There are moments in television history that go far beyond scripted drama. Moments that feel so raw, so real, that they stay with fans forever. For years, General Hospital has delivered unforgettable scenes, but few have struck as deeply as the moment when Jason Morgan, stoic, unshakable, and emotionally guarded, finally broke down. This wasn't just another dramatic episode. This was different. This was Jason Morgan at his most vulnerable, and fans, they felt every second of it. The man behind the mask. Jason Morgan has always been known as the quiet protector, strong, loyal, unemotional on the surface, a man who doesn't say much, but when he does, it matters. For years, Jason built a reputation as someone who could handle anything. Danger, he faced it head-on. Loss, he buried it deep. Pain, he carried it silently. That's why this moment hit so hard. Because when someone like Jason Morgan breaks, it means something has truly shattered inside him. The buildup, pressure that never stops. This emotional collapse didn't happen overnight. It was the result of years of pain, sacrifice, and impossible choices. Jason has lost people, important people, people he loved deeply but couldn't always protect. He's been forced to choose between loyalty and love, between duty and his own happiness. And every time he chose others over himself. But no one can carry that weight forever. Eventually, something has to give. It started quietly. There was no dramatic explosion, no loud confrontation, just Jason, alone. The camera lingered on him longer than usual, capturing something fans weren't used to seeing: hesitation. His eyes told the story before his words ever could. For a moment, it seemed like he was trying to hold it together, like he always does. But then, he couldn't. The breakdown. Raw, real, unforgettable. Jason's voice cracked. That alone was enough to send shockwaves through viewers. This is a man who rarely shows emotion, yet here he was, struggling to even speak. Tears followed. Not dramatic, over-the-top crying, just quiet, uncontrollable emotion, the kind that feels real, the kind that hurts to watch. Every word he said carried years of pain. Every pause, every breath, every glance. It all felt painfully authentic. Fans weren't just watching a character, they were witnessing a human being breaking. It wasn't just the acting, though that was incredible. It was the history behind it. Fans have followed Jason's journey for years. They've seen his sacrifices, his losses, his silent suffering. So when he finally broke, it felt earned, it felt real, and it felt devastating. Fan reactions. We've never seen him like this. Social media exploded almost instantly. Fans couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. Comments poured in. I've watched Jason for years. I've never seen him like this. That scene broke me, absolutely heartbreaking. You could feel every emotion. This is why we love this show. Some fans admitted they had to pause the episode just to process what they were feeling. Others said it reminded them of their own personal struggles. Because that's the thing about moments like this, they connect. The silence that said everything. One of the most powerful aspects of the scene wasn't what Jason said, it was what he didn't say. There were long pauses, moments where words failed him, and somehow those silences spoke louder than anything else. They revealed a man who had run out of ways to hide his pain, a man who could no longer pretend everything was okay. This wasn't just an emotional moment. It was a turning point. For years, Jason has been the one others rely on, the strong one, the protector. But now, he's the one who needs saving, and that changes everything. The impact on his relationships. Jason's breakdown didn't just affect him, it affected everyone around him. People who know him were shocked, concerned, even a little lost. Because when someone like Jason falls apart, it shakes the entire world around him. Relationships are tested, trust is questioned, and everything becomes uncertain. The power of vulnerability. For a character like Jason, vulnerability is rare, but when it happens, it's powerful. It reminds viewers that even the strongest people have limits, that even the most composed individuals can break, and that showing emotion doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. There are countless emotional moments in television, but this one stands out. Why? Because it felt real. It wasn't just acting. It was storytelling at its best, raw, honest, and deeply human. Fans will remember where they were when they watched it. They'll remember how it made them feel. And they'll remember Jason Morgan, not as the strong, silent enforcer, but as a man who finally let himself feel. The actor's performance, a masterclass in emotion. Credit must be given to the actor behind Jason Morgan. Delivering a performance like that isn't easy. It requires restraint, control, and a deep understanding of the character. And in this moment, everything came together perfectly. Every expression, every movement, every tear. It all felt genuine. That's the question on everyone's mind. Where does Jason go from here? Does he rebuild himself? Does he open up more? Or does this moment push him even deeper into isolation? Fans are eager to find out, because after a moment like this, nothing will ever be the same. A scene that transcends soap opera drama. Moments like this go beyond genre. You don't have to be a longtime fan to feel it. You just have to be human. Because at its core, the scene wasn't about crime, power, or drama. It was about pain, loss, and the breaking point we all fear reaching. The emotional legacy of Jason Morgan. Jason Morgan has always been a complex character, but this moment added a new layer. It showed that beneath the strength, there's vulnerability. Beneath the silence, there's emotion. And beneath the control, there's a heart that can break. Some scenes fade with time, others become legendary. This is one of those moments. Jason Morgan's breakdown wasn't just heartbreaking, it was unforgettable. And for fans, it's a reminder of why they fell in love with the show in the first place. Closing reflection. In the end, what made this moment so powerful wasn't the tears. It wasn't the dialogue. It wasn't even the story. It was the truth behind it. The reminder that no matter how strong someone seems, everyone has a breaking point. And sometimes, letting it all out is the bravest thing you can do.